remember most about my father is that he was always passionate about what he was doing. He used to always tell me, if you have a goal out there, and if you're willing to work for it, one day it'll happen. It was his curiosity to try to understand how nature worked, how science worked. And he always included me in all these adventures, trying to, get me to say the most important thing that you can do as you grow is to have an interest in this knowledge. He loved to talk about his experiences in China, where one of his earliest observations were that the people who lived in the agricultural areas had embraced different types of eating habits. He said he woke up one morning with an idea. He realized intuitively the power of a plant-based diet when he saw that the people who existed on a diet that was primarily fruit and vegetables were healthier than the people who lived in the big cities. Theorized there must be hundreds, maybe thousands of important factors in a plant-based diet that were important in human nutrition. And he began to conceive of a supplement that you could make from plants that you could add back to the human diet. And then he came back to the United States in 1927, and 7 years later introduced Nutrilite into the marketplace. My father pioneered in the area of phytonutrient development from the very beginning. He was always working on experiments, trying to figure out ways to share it with other people. I think it was born out of his desire to help people. He did these simple little experiments with plant materials, and he saw these colors showing up in a chromatographic column. To tell me, one day the analytical methodology will enable us to determine what these colors that I see are and how they function. And once we know that, we'll be able to isolate them, be able to identify them, and we'll be able to more particularly determine what they're doing in human nutrition and human health. I think we've come a long way in discovering what nature holds, but we have a long way to go. I think we haven't scratched the surface. My dad would say we haven't even scratched the scratch. His thoughts way back then were very far-sighted, and now we're beginning to realize he was spot on. We've got to take responsibility for ourselves, our own health, the health of the environment, if we're going to protect and strengthen our society for the future.